Right.
think it's still going.
Are we live?
We are live. All right, all
We are
right.
live, everyone. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be right now. Hi, I'm Roy Garcia, and I'm with the main man himself, Hani Mora. And
Hello, hello.
we're just very excited because this is like our first live streaming in a long time. So we want to thank you for joining us wherever you may be around the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such an honor to be here. You want to say anything, Hani, to everybody
No,
who's
welcome everybody. We've got
maybe watching?
lots of exciting announcements related to really, really big things in repurpose. So we can kick it and bring it, bring it. All right, we are bringing it. Here we go. People are excited. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's kick this off.
But check it out. Wait, hold on. We're checking some on our comment section. There's some people that are like might be coming in. So if you are, just to let you know, if you have like questions later, we have some little Q&A. You might want to just put it on the comment section, and we will do our very best to answer all of these questions if time permits, because I think we're just going to be here for about an hour. But we do have some wonderful announcements to tell you and show you, and we're going to talk about that today. So, Hani, take it away.
All right, awesome. Well, super excited. I think everybody just wants to know what the big announcements are. Some people already know. We
It's
have
really big.
It's really big. Yeah, it's really big. So yeah, so
It's a
we're
really
talking
big.
about Instagram Reels and how repurpose.io is integrated with Instagram Reels in two different ways. So about a week ago, we talked about automatically publishing content to Instagram Reels, which I'm going to go over more and explain a little bit further, do a demo of that. But not only that, we just launched the ability to do the opposite. So now you
What do you
can
mean? Wait,
repurpose.
hold on. What do you mean do the opposite? What do you mean?
Uh,
What do you mean?
you can now, if your go-to platform is Instagram Reels, or you've been pumping out Instagram Reels for the past weeks, months, whatever, as long as you have content on Instagram Reels, you can now set up automation to take those Instagram Reels and send them to YouTube as shorts. You can
Okay, hold
send
on.
them to
So,
Twitter.
what are you saying? Are you saying that Instagram Reels right now can be a source? Because like a few days ago we launched it as a destination where people can send their TikToks and shorts and everything. Are you telling me that right now we have Instagram Reels as a source on
Yes,
repurpose.io?
you got it. You got it.
Oh
So
wow, so that is really big
that
news.
is really big news. So it's if your go-to platform is Instagram, or you have content on Instagram Reels, or you're doing content on Reels, or you're planning on doing content on Reels, this is fantastic news. You can just focus on being on Reels and let Repurpose.io distribute that to YouTube Shorts, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the other platforms. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna just basically that's the big news is you can now
That
automate
is a
both
big
ways,
news.
both ways. So there's already a question about Facebook Reels. I'm going to answer that right now because that's been a very hot topic, even for me. I actually just got off a chat with the team. I think it was 2 days ago, the Facebook team, development team, and I've asked them that question. I'm just like point blank, guys, when is Facebook Reels available right now? Can we publish the Facebook Reels? And they gave us a typical answer is that no, not yet. So it's a
Not yet.
limitation on Facebook side. So
All right, so guys, yeah, so to answer Katie's question, not yet,
not yet.
but soon.
I'm
But
hoping to.
soon.
We can't promise. It's not in our control. It's all in Facebook's hands. They may never open it up, but the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they opened up Instagram Reels is basically
So,
leading the
so
path, paving the path
could
for
be
us to
just
know that Reels.
a few more weeks or months away.
Yeah, who knows?
But
But the good news is
might be things to come. Might be
yeah,
things to come.
yeah. But the good news is we're ready. Like we have a Facebook integration already. So literally, as soon as they announce it, it could be
Right.
several days, and then we'll have that feature live. So don't worry, we are monitoring almost like a daily basis. We are
We don't
ready.
sleep anymore
So
sometimes.
just like we like constantly checking for Facebook Reels. But yeah, anyway, back to
Right.
Instagram Reels. So that's what we're talking about. So if nobody has questions, or if you have questions, just fire them in the chat. wherever you're watching this live stream, and I'll
Right.
stop on
We're
there.
gonna we're gonna have a Q&A for those of you who kind of came in late. I'm sorry, Handy, to kind of cut you off, but just
No
for those of you
worries.
who came in kind of late for or too early for the next live stream, rather, you can put your questions or comments on the comment section, and we will do our best to answer them and scroll them wherever you may be around the world. We'll do our best to answer them. And by the way, before we continue, we just want to give a shout out to the repurpose.io development team for doing a great job in rolling out feature upon feature in just a short amount of time. We just want to appreciate you guys for all the hard work, and a lot of people in the community, all the ninjas are just tipping their hats off to you guys, and we're excited for the other developments that you guys have in the roadmap and whatever you guys are thinking about with those big brains of yours. So thank you so much again, guys.
Yeah, no, it's been a great team effort, and we, like I said, we rolled this out very quickly because it's been literally our number one most requested feature. So if you haven't logged into Repurpose for a while, if you go on the top right, there's a bell icon. You click there, you can request your features, and also you can upvote other features as well. So if you have an idea about Repurpose that you want to see integrated into Repurpose, feel free to drop in there and let us know. But as soon as we knew Instagram was available, we were on it. We dropped everything we were doing. Okay,
I know
so
Hanny and I were just talking about that like a day or two, and then like we gotta get this going.
yeah,
that's how fast we are here at repurpose.io.
Yeah.
All right, so Hanny, I want to take it away. We got some stuff to show them this on this live stream.
Okay, so let me talk about IG Reels as a destination. So this has been available for close to a week now. I think it's about a week since we launched that. It's been great. People are loving it. Primarily, well, I'll say primarily, a lot of our users are doing their TikToks and they're posting them to IG Reels automatically and without the TikTok watermark. So that's also a big feature.
Whoa, that's big.
So, but not only can you go like from TikTok to Reels, you can go from any of our source platforms. You can go from, if you're big on YouTube Shorts, you can go YouTube Shorts to Reels. If you're doing long form content on YouTube, you can create clips within Repurpose from any YouTube video, make it vertical, and send that to Reels. If you're doing Zoom recordings, same kind of deal. We have an integration with Zoom. So any source that we currently have on inside Repurpose, you can use that to publish content to IG Reels. So a couple of requirements there. You need to have it under 60 seconds. So I know people have asked, hey, can it be 90 seconds? Because technically I can upload manually 90 seconds. Everybody's in their documentation, everything, it says 90 seconds, but from our testing, because we want to know what's really working, it's only 60 seconds. So just to keep that in mind, we have a note inside our interface to remind you 60 seconds, hoping that goes up to 90 in the near future. What else needs to do? It's got to be a vertical video. Actually, that's not true. It doesn't have to be a vertical video. From our testing, it doesn't need to be, but we always recommend you do it vertical. So Repurpose has the option to take any horizontal video and make it vertical, put the captions, headline, etc. So even though it lets you publish not vertical, we highly recommend you turn it into vertical. And the other last thing I want to mention is you need to be on an Instagram business account. Now, unfortunately, with a creator account, Facebook/Instagram does not allow you to publish to IG Reels through third-party software like Repurpose or any other software out there. So it's a reminder, you need to change your account to an Instagram business account. All right. So that's basically it from IG Reels as your destination. So anything that you can repurpose from can go to IG Reels. And vice versa. I'm going to do a demo in a second, but vice versa, you can go IG Reels to everywhere else. So you can go IG Reels to YouTube Shorts, IG Reels to LinkedIn, IG Reels to Twitter, IG Reels to Facebook page, IG Reels to a Facebook group. You can go IG Reels to TikTok as well.
I can feel like our brains are spinning right now. It's like everybody's like trying to figure out, okay, where do I start? Because the possibilities are just endless with what we can do with repurpose.io. Specifically now that we've got the IG Reels, which is one of the most requested features of all time. and they're now live. Now, we just launched it last week. For those of you who are here, we launched it last week as a destination. Now, today, we are letting the world know that it can be now a source. So now it's all and now available on repurpose.io in your dashboard. Go check it out, guys.
That's
And
right.
let me just say some of the things here that Josh is saying hi to you guys, Annie, and he says
Josh?
it's been absolutely amazing, saving me so much time. I think that's one of the things that we do here in repurpose.io. The most important commodity that we have is time, and if we can save you some time, even just a few seconds, put them all together. Hey, that's going to be a big deal in the long run. So it's amazing that we can help you guys out, save some time.
Yeah. No, but you made a good point earlier, Roy, about where do I start? I get that question a lot. Like, where do I start? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? Should I be doing this? And my first response to everybody who asked me this question is keep it simple at first and pick a platform that you enjoy creating content for. So, for example, if you like audio podcasts, you're not comfortable in front of the camera, and you do audio interviews, that's your go-to primary content platform. You can take clips from those, turn them vertical, repurpose to Reels and everywhere else. If you like video interviews, longer interviews, or just longer content, anything more than a minute, do that. I would suggest go to YouTube as your starting point, and then repurpose from there to all the other platforms. And if you're like me, you're getting hooked on short form content. I've been loving TikTok so much. I love creating short form content.
I can see that. I see you posting like every day.
It's just so fun, but it took me a little time because I'm used to longer interview style content or just teaching kind of moments. So once you kind of train yourself, well, you don't have to train yourself, but once I got used to short form content and I enjoy it, so I go TikTok, I upload to TikTok, I optimize, I put the sound stickers, all that good stuff, and then I let repurpose take those to everywhere else automatically.
If I could give my 2 cents in that point of yours, Hani, like where do we get started? I would suggest you just don't think about the social media channel just yet. Think about where your audience is. Think about where the people that you want to reach, the people that want to get to know you and know what you do and what you offer. Think about where they are, because every single social media channel has their different kind of people. More visual guys or more visual people are more Instagram. A little bit more text savvy guys and girls are on Twitter. So it all depends. If you want to be a little bit more community, you want to go on Facebook. If you're looking for reaching out to more professionals and in that sector, you can go to LinkedIn. So I would suggest that you would figure out what your target audience would be, and then find them in the social media channel they're in. So, and then so on and so forth. Because as much as repurpose.io can do everything, you also need to be strategic. I think that's the word there. You got to be strategic with your social media posts. So
that's right.
There you go.
Awesome. So unfortunately, we can't see the name of this user, but I appreciate the comments. That you guys have done a really awesome job with the software. Thank you so much.
I would suggest for those of you who are here, like it says here, Facebook user, maybe you need to kind of register or do some like allowing some stuff in your profile so that we can see your lovely profile.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate all the feedback. It's been a great.
It's Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Hey. Nice. Awesome, Mark. Good to have you here. Okay. So let me just quickly jump. I think we can jump into a quick demo. Just
Go ahead.
Explain how simple it is to set up, and then we'll rock and roll. So
especially for those who may not know how.
So by the way, if you haven't signed up for a trial, you can grab free trial here, repurpose.io/IG Reels free. You can try it for 14 days free, publish 10 videos, really experiment with Reels, with TikTok, with whatever you want to, repurposing from Reels to Reels, etc. All right. So
here we go.
Let's go into the screen share, and you can just confirm you can see my screen. That will be awesome because I can't see the comments. We're all good, right?
We're good.
Sweet. Okay. So this is just a kind of clean demo account that I have here. First step you want to do, you go in and add your Instagram connections. You click add new connection, you'll see Instagram here. You'll see it's also a source and a destination. So you click that, it pops up, it authenticates you. I've already done it, so I'm not going to go through that process again. And so the only thing I do want to mention, it's also on our help desk of support, is when you're authorizing Instagram, is you have to make sure you authorize all the pages and all the Instagram accounts. Otherwise, we've heard people where it doesn't actually allow you to publish correctly. So when you click this,
and I also think we also need to make sure that your Instagram account is a business account and it is connected to a Facebook page.
Yes. So I think that's kind of that's kind of the thing where Facebook is pushing you into connecting your Instagram and your Facebook together. And it's super simple. You'll see all your pages, you allow them all. You'll see all your IG accounts, you allow them all. So the good news is you don't need multiple Instagram connections. So if you have multiple Instagram accounts under one Instagram connection, you can choose them. I'll show you now. When you make your workflows, you can choose multiple Instagram accounts.
Sweet.
Okay, and then you would, of course, add any or all destinations that you want to, or sources that you want to repurpose from or to, like YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Zoom, Facebook, you name it, TikTok, Pinterest. So you add all the different connections, and I already have them all here. And then let's first talk about Instagram as a destination. It's the thing we launched about a week ago, and probably, I would say, my gut feel, the most common use case is you take your TikToks, get them without the watermark onto your Instagram Reels. So let's kind of simulate that workflow. Just create a new workflow. Let's just say TikTok to IG Reels. It's going to ask you where's your source. So you're going to start with TikTok. Then it's going to say what's your action. Of course, we're going to just take the full video because they're short. My TikToks are under a minute. I do that intentionally so that I don't have to do any cutting. And then last but not least, I choose Instagram. So when you choose Instagram, you'll see a couple things. You'll see, like I said, if you have multiple accounts linked to your main Facebook account and Instagram account, because now they're all kind of connected together, you'll see a list of all the pages that you can repurpose content to. So I would choose, I can choose the main page. And then last but not least, it defaults to Reels because we realize most people want to publish to Reels, but you do have the option if you wanted to switch that to publish to your feed. Okay, but if we're talking Reels here, so by default, it will go to Instagram Reels. And we hit done. So one thing I want to mention is if you've already set up an Instagram connection like a month ago, or you've already set up workflows a month ago before we release the Reels integration, I highly recommend you make a new workflow. So it's going to assume that your old workflow is going to publish to your feed like it used to. So if you're in doubt,
just to be sure,
make a new workflow.
Just to be sure,
we will be good to go. Yeah, and then super simply go on the view content page. All my TikToks are here. There's I say 3 ways to publish content. I call this the manual step, even though it's literally like 2 clicks, but it's still manual. So you get choose the TikTok you want, you hit publish. If you want to edit the caption, if you want to choose a thumbnail, all that good stuff, you can customize the text here, and then you can say publish now or hit schedule and set it to schedule to Reels on a certain date.
Okay, so Hani, can we just stop on that page because Josh was asking here, and this is already the answer to that is there a way to set up automatic publishing without publishing everything that hasn't been published yet? So the answer to that is yes, you can.
Yes. I'm about to show. Actually, it's like the timing is just perfect, Josh.
It is impeccable
right now. Impeccable. I can't believe it. It's like we're connected already. So this is what we call manual publishing or scheduling. That's video by video. Okay. Now we have this auto button, right? So every workflow,
there we go,
has auto mode. Now, if I turn on auto, first thing it's going to ask me, it's like, all right, you're about to turn on full automation. Which content do you want to automatically publish? Like now, get that now. Do I want to do every single TikTok right now to IG Reels? I do not recommend that because you don't want to be publishing hundreds of Reels all in like one day. That's not
just that, because you might get flagged.
And yeah, and
You
the system won't even let you. I think there's a limit on how many videos per day you can publish
yeah,
to IG Reel. So long story
yeah.
short, um, you don't want to use all content unless the only way you would want to use all content is if you're doing it TikTok to a Google Drive or IG Reels to Google Drive. If you want to back up all
Yeah.
your content to a Google Drive, that's
Which you
probably
can.
which you can, yeah. That's probably the only time you want to turn that on. But the option is to go on this date and newer.
Oh,
So
there you go.
you can say, all right, starting say tomorrow,
Ah.
every time
So
I
okay.
publish
So
a video.
let me clarify that, Hanny. So basically, if you put a date there, beginning July 22 Friday, any video that I upload on TikTok will automatically be taken by repurposed, and it will be posted on IG Reels.
Correct.
That's what we're
Exactly.
trying to say here. Ah,
And,
that's awesome.
and that happens automatically. You don't even need to log in to the software. It takes usually 1 to 2 hours from the time the video is live on TikTok to the time our system detects that it's a new video and publishes. So, we're
Right.
trying to be transparent. It's not instant. There is about a 1 to 2 hour period where
Right.
it does, we're checking, but we can't keep checking every second for a new video. So it will happen within 2 hours. That's how it is
Yeah.
designed to go right now. And that's it. We just hit confirm, and then the workflow's in auto. It doesn't touch anything here. But tomorrow when I upload my TikTok, it's gonna go to IG Reels. Now, one last thing I do want to talk about IG Reels related is inside the setting. Oh, my workflow's in auto. So let me turn that back to manual because you can't change the settings when you're in auto. That's kind of a safety feature that we added. It's like a safety on a trigger. So you don't want to be changing things while things are auto publishing. There is an option now called share to Instagram feed. So if you're familiar with Instagram on your mobile app, if you're uploading to Reels, it gives you the option. Do you want to also share this video to your main feed? And you can say yes or no on the app. So we added that option as well. And when you do say on, it will show up. I don't know if I can show my phone. Maybe later on I'll try. But on your Instagram app, on your profile grid, if you look under feed, it will show the reel there. And if you look under the reel section, it will show the reel there as well. That's if you have it on. If you turn it off, which a lot of users have told us they want to turn that off. They don't want it to show up on their feed. Then it only show up under your Reels tab, but not your main feed profile grid on your Instagram account.
And so that is already live. We've got that ready and set.
Sorry, I missed
that. That is sorry. That's what I'm saying is that option is already there. So it's up to you. If you want to use it, want to maximize it, go ahead. If that's not your cup of tea, then you go and turn it off.
Yeah, I mean, from personal experience, but from just hearing the experts talk, I'm not a TikTok expert. I'm always learning. I would never call myself an expert. I'm always learning. They're recommending to leave it off. So we made the default off. But if you want to, you can turn that on, hit save, and then the next video you publish will automatically go to, it'll go to your Reels and also be shared to your feed. Basically, it behaves exactly like how you would do it when you upload the reel from your phone.
That's awesome.
All right.
That's awesome.
Any questions about that?
Well, there are a lot of people here. Well, Josh is saying that he's been having a lot of fun with mixing between original content and some trends. So and they're using I think repurpose.io for that. So those are great things. Awesome. All right. There's a question here. I'm not sure who this is. If your name doesn't show up and it says Facebook user, we would appreciate it if you put like a dash and then put your name so we can acknowledge you. Do you have an iPhone app for repurpose?
That's a great question. We've considered that. Well, the short answer is no. That's something I would say, I'll be honest, long term, not in the near future. Oh, it's Lou. Hey, Lou.
Yeah, it's Lou.
Awesome. So no, we don't have one yet. But to be honest, it's really you can do it right from your you can do it from your phone. I don't recommend it. You can turn on workflows on auto and publish. If you're like really desperate and you're out on the beach and you're like, oh man, I better publish something now. You can do it. I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie. So
you've done it before in a beach.
Well, I'm at
Have
the
you?
beach. I don't have a beach. But you know what I mean.
Because if if you're in the beach, that's the last thing you would want to think about, right?
I
Either
always got
sun,
repurposing
surf,
on my mind.
repurpose my content.
So
But
yeah,
you
no, it's a
can,
great
you
question.
can,
It's
can.
doable.
But
On an
of
iPad, it's a
course,
little bit better, but it's definitely the bigger the screen, just the easier it is to navigate.
I okay.
Uh,
Let me give my 2 cents on that. I think when it's possible, yes, that's already been answered. But I think again, in any strategy that you do, you need to think about this. The whole purpose of repurpose.io is really to make things a little bit more automated for you. So it's more like set it up, properly, then leave it, and just focus on creating your content. That's the reason why repurpose.io is here. So yes, you can do that on your phone, but of course, you want to sit down and really think about how you can use the software strategically.
mhm.
Okay. Um, there's a question here from Gina, and she's asking, what are the benefits or drawbacks of posting it on both Reels? I think she says Reels and on your feed.
Mhm.
So
Right.
what's the sitch and done?
Yeah, that's the great question. I mean, I'm not actually not an expert. I'm just going to tell you what I've heard. I mean, the short answer is you have to test to see what really works for you, what's not working. But the idea, at least at some point in time, they were recommending not to turn on the option for your feed, and the logic was, well, I don't know exact logic, but it was reducing the reach on Reels. So it was the way. Again, speculation. There's no like official answer, but the fact that you're sharing on both,
Mm-hmm.
it was affecting people's reach on the Reels side of things. So they were saying recommended, don't turn this on, only go to Reels, and you have a better chance of getting more reach, reaching newer audiences, not your existing audiences necessarily.
Right.
But of course, the algorithm changes. Like I see things changing. I'm seeing a lot different content on Instagram than I did last week and the week before. So it's hard to give a straight up answer. Me, like, what we do, we have it off, and we're
Yeah.
actually was on before. And
Just
now
just
we're
be
switching it
just to
off.
be on the safe side, I suppose. And again, like what Hani mentioned earlier, there is the involvement of testing. And the reason
Mhm.
why we say testing is because there's not really an across the, I mean, there are like guidelines, but I guess it all depends on how you do things. So you got to test it out. So
Yeah,
figure it out, see what works for you. And
yeah,
if let's say for example you're doing both and you saw something, hey, we want to encourage you to share it to the repurpose.io community. We want to learn together on this, right? So Gina, thank you for that question. And if you do want to do both, let us know what happens. Hopefully it doesn't affect you in the bad way. But we will do our best to just share information to everyone. All right, so we've got
oh,
Josh here, says
Josh
just
is
turned
rocking. He
on.
just turned on his TT Reels to TikTok to Reels, TikTok to Shorts. Boom, love it. And yeah, I'm glad that you picked up on this. We also have the option to send you an email when the publishing this was successful. So especially for those who turn on auto, sometimes you kind of lose track of what's happening, what's not happening. When something goes wrong, you'll get an email no matter what. But when something goes right, sometimes you want to know. It's just going to give you peace of mind that, yeah, they published today. Yeah, they published it. So it's just another reminder. So yeah, it's definitely a good one to turn on if you want it to be on the pulse without having to log in. You'll just get an email. Yeah, this one went through. Yeah, this workflow went through. You're good to go. Another great question
Like
here. I'm going to
peace of
take
mind for you. Peace of mind.
Yes, I'm going to take this question. I don't have a name, unfortunately, but it's a very common question. So, if you're aware, about a month or so ago, we did release Pinterest idea pins. Sorry, no, whoa, rewind. We released Pinterest pins. I don't want someone to confuse them. So we released a Pinterest integration, and I dug in the documentation. I'm like, can we do idea pins? Is there a way to publish idea pins?
That's Mark. Mark is asking that.
Mark again. Okay, awesome. So that's a fantastic question. The short answer is regular pins, yeah, like regular video pins, yes, on Pinterest. Idea pins, which are, I kind of classify them almost like Reels, the Reels version of Pinterest. The answer is no. I check, well, my team and I check every week. Hey, maybe they've added it to the documentation, but not yet. and we don't
Not
know.
really.
We don't know. Like, there's no hint of it coming. But gut feel says if Reels opens, if Facebook Reels open, Pinterest will kind of cave in and open. But
Yeah.
this is pure speculation. And as soon as they do, it's going to be very fast for us to integrate because we already
Yeah.
have the video pins, the regular video pins
Maybe
available
on
right
the
now.
side, let me just say this to everyone that there are a lot of I know you guys are like letting us what features you want and this and that, and we're doing our really our best to really accommodate all of them, but unfortunately that's only just one side, because we can't do much if these platforms don't open up the gates for us. So if you remember, there was a time that Instagram, you have to have a third party software just to post it, but now you can because they've opened up the gates in that. So let's
Yeah.
hope and pray. Yeah, the time will come in the future. I think we're gonna get there. We're gonna
Yeah,
get there.
great point. We at some point, even LinkedIn wouldn't let you publish videos to your personal profile, only company pages.
Yeah.
Then they open up personal profile, and then we integrate it right
Right.
away because we were already there. We already had all the approvals. It was good to go.
Right.
Instagram Reels, same story. They never had it. Then all of a sudden they had it, and we're on it. So we're like, I mean,
And,
I read
and I think,
API documents in my sleep. Like, that's just what I do. I'm such a geek that way. So don't worry, I'm on top of it.
yeah.
But if you hear
Hani
something,
eats APIs for breakfast.
so
So
yeah,
he checks
definitely.
the news and APIs. That's what he
Yeah, that's
does.
like, I don't need to watch TV, Netflix. No, I just read API documents.
No,
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 all kidding aside,
that's
yeah, we're
Hani.
on it. We're on
That's
top of
Hani's
it.
life.
But if you do hear
Yeah.
something, like if you hear something, definitely let our support know because like they'll let us know, the development team, and then we will definitely look into it.
Right.
So
Well, let
awesome.
me say this though, Hani. I think the reason why, and I don't want to say this is a prediction, but and it's been going on for quite some time. The value of video has skyrocketed in previous years. Uh, we've seen a lot more people consuming video than just images. So it's just a matter of time when all these APIs they're gonna open it up for video, and that's why we're right in the middle of a very exciting time here on repurpose.io.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So if there's no more questions at the moment, I'm going to just quickly show the other side, how to take your reels, set that up so you can publish more content like from reels to basically everywhere else.
All right. So this time we're gonna use IG Reels as a source. So last week it was a destination. Today we are launching IG Reels as a source, meaning you take your videos coming from your IG Reels and send it over to whatever destination that your heart's desire.
All right, awesome.
Well,
So
at least in the repurpose.io universe.
yeah, exactly. So
Of
we're going to
course.
make a new workflow. I'm going to say this time we're going to start with IG Reels, and let's say we're going to go to YouTube Shorts. Let's say that example. You choose Instagram, same kind of deal. You choose your account, and then you choose Reels. Similar like before, Reels and feed. It defaults to Reels. We just believe that's where most people want to repurpose from, but you can always change it, of course. And then upload the full video. Yeah, sounds good. And send it to YouTube, for example. And then we say done. And then there we go. We have our workflow, IG Reels to Shorts, and then you say view content. And then these are only my Reels. So it's not going to show you your Instagram videos from your feed or anything, or any IGTV videos, anything like that. Only your Reels will show up here. And same kind of deal. You hit publish. You can tweak the title, the description, your keywords, etc., your tags on YouTube. Do that there. Upload a custom thumbnail if you want to. Hit publish now, or you schedule your content just like before. And same deal. I can go auto, and then tell it starting tomorrow. Next time I put a Reels on there, send it to YouTube Shorts. Super simple. I mean, almost like every workflow is the same. The whole, once you catch on the idea, it's like, oh, source, action, destination. Then like there's just so many possibilities you can do with it. Now I'm trying to see
I think the
if there's
simplicity
anything
of setting it up is just like makes things much easier. So at least you can really focus more on creating the content and
Mhm.
let the application do its job. for you. That's why we're here. There is a question here, though, Hani. Let me ask you this: concerning hashtags?
Hmm.
Is there a way to add or change hashtags before publishing? Well, the question here was going to Reels, but since we're coming from Reels, is
Okay,
that even possible?
I can switch back to here to TikTok to Reels. Yeah, that's I love that question. And I know smart people ask that question. So whoever asked it is knows what they're doing. So the idea is you don't your hashtags from TikTok. Let's say in this workflow case, TikTok to Reels. Your TikTok hashtags are going to be different than your IG Reels hashtags. So how do we change them? Well, first, the easiest way is when you hit manual publish, you can obviously go in. This is the exact description and hashtags that come from TikTok. And of course, I can just remove it here and just replace it. That's the manual way. That works great. You can delete them or just type in whatever. I want my IG Reels hashtags, for example. You can do that right here, publish and schedule. That's a no-brainer. That's obvious. But we have another like secret ninja mode, which really comes in handy. And that really comes in handy, especially when you're doing auto workflows. So if you go into your settings, you scroll down, you say, okay, first question is, oh, where'd it go? Why don't I see it anymore? Oh, that's funny. It seems to have disappeared. Oh, that's funny. There's supposed to be an option. Hold on a second. What's happening here? Let me refresh the page. There's an option called remove hashtag. So maybe somehow it got disappeared with our latest update. That's no good. Apologize for that. Yeah, I have to get that looked at. For some reason, it's not showing up here. Let me just save this and try again. There's an option. I don't know where it went. Okay, I'll get that back. It says remove hashtags. So there's an option to remove hashtags. It's supposed to be there. We'll get that fixed. I don't know what happened. Maybe when we push the update for Reels, it kind of accidentally hit it. And then you can say remove hashtags, and then you can say add a custom text or description after your caption. So here's where I can put my IG Reels hashtags or whatever custom hashtag I want for that destination. And then what happens is when I publish, automatically publish or manually publish, you will just remove the hashtags from the TikTok and replace it with these hashtags here. So that's how it works. That option, I don't know why it disappeared. I'll get that back in there. I apologize for that, but that's something that's been around for a while now, and it's an awesome way to automate your hashtag removal and replace it.
Yeah, it's there somewhere. It's
there. I don't know why
it'll be enabled after this live stream for sure. Because I know it's there because I saw it the other day.
Yeah, I use it all the time. So I don't know, maybe something glitched out for a second, but we'll get that fixed. Yeah. But that's the idea: is remove. It's kind of two settings. You can remove the hashtags from your source, and then insert custom text or hashtags after the description. So the caption will be the same from TikTok to Reels, but then the actual hashtags will get swapped out, removed, and replaced with new ones. Great question.
Yes, that's actually great because hashtags, two different social media channels are different. They're different, and it's not like it's all general across the board. So that's a great feature that we have already inside repurpose.io.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Gina is appreciating all your work.
All right. Thanks,
so
Gina.
We just take it for granted.
To have you here. It's been a while since we connected. I hope things are good. Yeah, I'm trying to stop sharing for a quick second. And oops.
There you go.
Anything else?
Well, again, for those of you who are kind of too early for the next live stream, again, we want to just reiterate. Number one, last week we did launch IG Reels as a destination, so that is available. And today, the really exciting news is that IG Reels is a source. So it's up to you how you want to use it. You can either go IG Reels to TikTok or vice versa, or YouTube Shorts to IG Reels. it's up to you. Just make the most out of it. And yeah, so okay, so a few more questions just to clarify things. I don't know. Again, guys, if you guys have any questions, um, please do post it on the comment section, and we will do our best to read them. But we do have a few more questions here. Actually, they were already mentioned earlier. We just want to reiterate it. So, um, basic. Oh, there's one question. Can you set a cover image to a a vertical short form video? Is just like when in YouTube and something. Is
Yeah.
that something we can do?
Yeah, so when you're publishing 2 IG Reels, there's an option to go in, and when you hit the publish button, you choose the thumbnail. It loads up the video, and you can scroll. You have to pick a frame within the video. That's what kind of, again,
Okay.
limitation. You can't upload an image, but you can choose which frame you want to be your cover. It defaults to
just
0. Like on auto publish, it just defaults to frame 0, like the first frame.
right.
But you do have the option to pick it when you're manually publishing or scheduling.
So to clarify, because people like, can I have a custom image? Well, it's custom in a way because you can find a frame in just like what you do TikTok, and also IG Reels, you can do that. But to upload an actual like image, you can't. Not like on Facebook or even on YouTube.
Yeah, you
Rather
can do
on
it on
YouTube.
Facebook pages, on YouTube. They allow actual images to be uploaded, and we support that in repurpose as well. But some platforms only give you the option to pick a frame, like a video frame, which honestly I think it makes total sense. You don't want someone uploading an image that's not even related to the video, so they're kind of forcing you to pick a frame from the video that makes sense, that captures the essence of the video.
I mean, all of us, I'm sure, have tried watching a video that you're expecting, and you're trying to find that scene in the image, and you watch the whole thing. It's like it didn't even show up. So we don't want to we don't want to clickbait or something like that.
Absolutely.
All right, that's great.
Okay. That's a great question. Yeah.
Okay, so we can only upload 60 seconds, even if some say it's 90. But we can only upload 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's from our testing, like our real life testing. Even the documentation says you can upload up to 90 seconds. Every time we've uploaded anything more than 60 seconds, it would give, like, the API would give us an error. So we just said, you know what, let's let the users be safe, put it at 60 seconds.
Right.
And then, if they open that up, we'll definitely allow longer. But definitely 60 seconds that seems to be the limit now. I mean, it's not only us, it just seems to be, I don't know why they're not letting anybody upload more.
Content creation wise, it's going to be a challenge and an advantage as well to every single one of our community members to create content that you can fit within 60 seconds. I think the attention span of people is like, I don't know, I think goldfish have a much better attention span or something like that. But if you can't say a message in 60 seconds, you probably lost them already. So maximize the 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. I used to dread doing it. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get my point across? But literally, I have like this 5 steps. It's like the hook or intro, and then I go point 1, point 2, point 3, and then the call to action. Follow me here, subscribe here, go try it for free here. That's the framework that I use. I didn't make this up. It's a very common framework. And the beauty is with short form video, you can record those 5 points, or the 5, like the framework is separate little clips. That's how I do it. I don't try to do it all one big shot. I do intro. Okay, cool. And then I actually move the camera and choose a little bit different background, shoot point number 1, angle it, maybe walk a little bit, few feet over, so that every part of my video looks a little different. And it also it keeps the content moving and just context switching every few seconds so that people don't kind of fall asleep when they're watching your videos, especially on platforms like Reels and TikTok, where the first 3 seconds are critical. So if you lose them in the first 3 seconds, hi, I'm Handy Moore. I don't care. I'm out of here, right? I don't even say my name. I just jump in. Let me show you how to do this. And if you care about that, you're going to stick past the 30 seconds. So no offense to anybody, including myself, I don't even introduce myself. I used to do that in my YouTube videos. When it's longer form, it makes total sense. Now I just jump in. Here's what you're going to learn. Let me show you. I'm going to show you how to do this. And if you care about that, you'll stick past those few seconds.
Yeah, Josh is sharing the HIC. It's
Mm-hmm.
the hook,
Looking for,
info,
yeah,
and call to action.
yeah. This is a very common
Yeah,
frame. That's awesome.
yeah.
It's
And
so
again,
fun.
like we mentioned earlier, like every single platform has their own way of doing things. You know, they have their own culture, they have their own way of doing things. So we have to learn. You know, it's
Yeah.
not just enough that we create content. We have to create content that sticks and content that makes sense to people. And
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't work for one platform, it may not necessarily work for another platform. So now they may have like same features, like, you know, when TikTok came out and Facebook had its own and Instagram. So but it's really a constant training. It's always a constant learning. So yeah, so if you've got like input like that, like what Josh mentioned earlier, like, yeah, relevant and valuable. Hey, go specifically for those who are part of the private network, the user network. Please, we're more than willing to hear from you. Share your info, share your whatever techniques that you have. It's at least, you know, rising tide floats all boats, so everybody gets to benefit from the knowledge that we have. And yes, it has to be relevant and valuable. It's
Mm-hmm.
not enough that you're dancing, you know.
Yeah.
might
No,
cut,
no.
might catch attention for like 2 seconds. Like, okay, this is not for me.
That's not for me.
All right,
Absolutely. Okay. Any more other
what else do we
questions
have?
we want to cover? It looks like we're kind of getting to the end, but let me see. I think we've covered all the questions. Talked about hashtags, scheduling.
Yeah,
There was questions about how long the reel is, business versus creator. So yeah, business account. No one wants to see me dance. Yeah, I'm with you, John. No one wants to see me dance either, so I don't do it.
no,
I'm a
here,
terrible
hey,
dancer.
Josh, if it's just like one time, hey, why not? You know, it's if it's a way to just break the whole content dump and just like a commercial, just see you dance for like 30 seconds. Hey, why not? You know, why not? At least people will know that you're not just all about, you know, content and content, that you're also someone who wants to have some fun. Hey, why not?
Yeah,
Why
true.
not?
Give it a go.
Mark is saying, so that means, honey, you might have like a 15-second jiggle or something,
I
or
might
like
need
a
to
little.
invent a move, or maybe get my kids to teach me some moves and how to. They know way more than
Why
I do.
not? Why not? Because at least they'll know that you're human. It's not just all about business.
Well, they're
And
off for
Mark
the
is
summer, so
saying,
maybe I can hire them to do my TikTok dances for me, and maybe they can do some. I don't know. They're way more creative than I am. So.
they've got a lot of tools nowadays. Wish we had them when
Oh,
we were kids.
nice. Well, Josh is taking the challenge. He said, if I do it, then he's gonna do it. Uh-oh. Well, the
Oh,
challenge is on. The challenge is
here
on.
we go. That would be fun. Get the
Uh,
kids to do it.
you
Oh
should,
yeah, pass it to the
yeah.
kids, but I'm sure you're gonna sneak in
Oh
little
my.
moves left and right
Yeah,
there.
I'll be behind them, like trying to copy them, looking like a fool. Hey, as long as people watch. No, all kidding aside, yeah, no, it's a great point about relevant and valuable, but have fun with it, especially on platforms like TikTok and Reels, like
Yeah.
short form content. Have fun with it. Keep changing the scenes around. The worst thing, from my experience, is just sit there and talk for a whole minute with the same camera angle. It's not a bad thing. It just doesn't work on those platforms, from my
Yeah.
experience. People tune out. It's like, oh, why is this person talking to me? There's nothing like keeping me like engaged in
Right.
that video. So keep changing the scenes. I literally like record intro and then turn around, so it's like a different background. Take 2 steps away and angle it differently. So like the 5 clips that I stitch together are like kind of like a lot of jump cuts almost,
Right.
jumping between the 5
Well,
scenes
yeah,
and keep people engaged.
we also need to understand a lot of these people who get to find out about us will find us out for the first time. They're not really a lot of people that I start to follow on TikTok and all these social media. I don't know them from Adam. I don't know who they are. So, but because I like their content, then that's when I start to follow them. And a lot of them on TikTok, I just like follow.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Okay, follow. So yeah, make the most out of it. Make the most out of it. So don't just be a talking boring head. Be a talking head with all angles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, true. No, awesome. Yeah, so I mean, whether it's IG Reels, whether it's TikTok, if you're scared of short form content or intimidated by it, I think Roy mentioned earlier, just go and watch, like go and observe. Like my personal experience, I went on TikTok and I just watched for a few people. I typed in content repurposing. So I want to see who's talking about content repurposing on TikTok. That's my area. That's our area. I watched. Oh, they're saying this. Let me follow this guy and this girl. Okay, I like their style. They're kind of doing similar styles of content. So observe, pick a platform, whether it's Reels first or TikTok first. Me personally, I would do TikTok if you're just getting into short form, and just follow a few people and mimic some of the styles, and then you'll just learn. Just by being on there, you'll learn.
I think just to add to what you said, Hani, I think TikTok would be a great way to get started with short form video, simply because that's the only thing that you can do on TikTok. There's no like posting of photos on TikTok. It's all short form video. Unlike Instagram, which basically started as a photo sharing platform, then eventually just added on stuff like, oh, Snapchat can do that. We'll do that too. Oh, TikTok can do that. We'll do that too. But at least if you're here and you're not familiar with short form video, we suggest you go for TikTok, go figure it out, start there, because you have no choice. You're not going to post pictures there. You have no choice but to create videos. And plus, they even have the tools inside the app itself, from captioning to effects and all of that. I'm just amazed how this software can actually do stuff like green screen and splits and all of that. It's just fun. So go ahead, check it out. Then when you're like used to that, then bring it on to your content to IG Reels, and you can do that with repurpose.io. No need to reinvent the wheel. Plus, it's you don't. And one thing great, and we just want to highlight this, is that when you start with TikTok and then you use repurpose.io and shoot it to YouTube Shorts or IG Reels, it doesn't have a watermark, because when you download your video straight from TikTok, they put the TikTok watermark there.
It floats around too. You can't even hide it. It moves around like this throughout your videos.
So you may want to do that, and you can, and because you do have access to repurpose.io, you can even save your video to a Dropbox or a Google Drive, and still without watermark. So you'll never know when your account gets closed. I mean, it's happened to a lot of people. They wake up one day, all the hard work, and boom, somebody just reported it for whatever reason, and your photo and your videos are gone. So you can also do that with repurpose.io, by the way. You have to be safe. So make sure that's part of your workflow. All right. You have like TikTok to Shorts, TikTok to IG Reels, TikTok to Dropbox, TikTok to Google Drive, because you want to make sure that you have all your content right there.
That is like the best advice I can give anybody, especially on TikTok, or who knows what happens and when it happens. You want to be safe and have a copy somewhere on Dropbox, Google Drive, and even like I think Mark was asking about idea pins or Facebook Reels, stuff that we've not integrated yet. It's simple. Once you have it in Google Drive, right from your phone, you can save it to your camera roll and then upload to Reel, upload to idea pin. So I do that myself. It's manual, but the file is right there. It takes a couple of seconds for me to post on Reels. So you definitely want to get that workflow for two reasons: backup purposes, but also uploading to other platforms that we haven't integrated. And so far, it's two big ones are the Facebook Reels and the idea pins.
It's better safe than sorry,
Yes.
And especially if you've got, I mean, it's like one or two, it's fine. But when you've got like 300, 500 short form clips, man,
you don't want.
And it's like a brain dump. Sometimes you put all your ideas there, like it's gone. So you don't want to be in that situation. Yeah. Yes, you do, Josh. You need to get the workflow set up and put it on Dropbox.
Yeah. Mark's made a good point here. I want to make sure it doesn't get missed. It's okay to be bad at first, and especially when you're starting a new channel, no one's really watching yet, right? It's like your runway. You're like practice. You got to put content out. The only way to get better is putting more content out. And then as you put more content out, you start resonating with the right people, then your audience will start growing. So the first couple are not going to be good. And I've watched I love doing this once in a while when I'm like, kind of like, oh, what am I gonna do here? I go watch my first YouTube video from like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. It's
Yeah.
horrible, 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 horrible video, but it's fun to watch. Everyone gets better with practice.
Right, right. I mean, you can get overwhelmed. I know sometimes technology can be very overwhelming, specifically if you compare TikTok version 1 to TikTok version now. There's a big leap actually in how things are with TikTok. But you just have to take one step and do it, and then see, okay, and eventually you'll grow. It's don't think of perfection. Just take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we have?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, yeah. We're at the top of the
so
hour. I'm happy
yeah,
it's
we got
gone
yeah
longer.
we
I
got
mean,
5 Yeah, we got 5 more minutes to go. Before we close, we're like 5 minutes. So if you got some more questions or you wanna put some more comments on the comment section, we'll be more than happy to read them. But for those of you who may be watching this for the first time, maybe you just stumbled upon us on live, or maybe you watching this on a replay and you're not part of the repurpose.io universe. This is a great time for you to be part of us by going to that link at the bottom right there, and we're gonna put it also on the description of this video feed. Go to repurpose.io/IG Reels free. Sign up for a demo account, a trial account rather, not a demo account, but a trial account. And Hani, what are they gonna get when they sign up?
yeah, you have 14 days and you can publish, I think, 10 videos in those 14 days of any kind, from anywhere to anywhere else. So from Reels to Reels, from TikTok to whatever there, you have all the options to go play around with it, and just really experience like how easy it is to A, add your connections, B, make one workflow. All right, cool. I got one video from here to here. That was simple. Make a second workflow. So there's no limit number of workflows. You have 14 days. You can publish 10 videos. It's designed to give you a really good feel for how it works, and if it resonates with you, if it clicks with you, like when you start, once you do one, you're like, wow, I hit one button and the video went from here to here. Oh, let me do that again. Let me try again. And if it resonates with you, then yeah, you're going to get it right away. And of course, we have a lot of support resources. We have live chat support right inside the app. We have ideas. You can request ideas on the top right of the screen. We also, on the left side, we have some support documents, training, searchable help desk. Like our job, our whole team, myself included, we're here to help you succeed, get your content out to all the platforms with minimal amount of work.
That's right. And repurpose.io, you can get on this exciting time with us by going to repurpose.io. It's on the chat as well. You can go there and click on the link and sign up today. Repurpose.io/IG Reels free for the next 14 days, if I'm correct. I love what he said. And go ahead, try it out. See, take it for a spin and see how things are gonna get easier for you. And this is the reason why we have tools like this, is so that you can spend more time creating content, focusing on your business, finding those leads, and closing those deals. And we're gonna do the heavy lifting while you start creating the content. We're gonna help you get them shipped out to all the social media channels that you have, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and everything in between. So go ahead, sign up, and after the 14-day trial, hey, we hope that you guys can stay, because this is going to be a very great investment for sure, because you're not just going to save a lot of effort but a lot of time, and time is so precious nowadays. So again, go to repurpose.io/IG Reels free. Look at what Josh mentioned. He says, I didn't even use a trial, but it was Mark Harbor that convinced me to get going on it, and now he is hooked. Yes. And so am I. I'm actually one of the first users 4 years ago. First users. I remember Hani was on a live stream just like this one, watching him. and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna sign up." And who'd have thought that 4 years later, I'm gonna be right beside Hani right now, even if we are like miles away. I'm actually on the other side of the world. We're doing this. So, it's just a growing family. We want to thank you for being part of repurpose.io. Hani, before we end, anything you want to say?
We're here to help you succeed. Hopefully, IG Reels is exciting to you as it is to us, both as a source and a destination. And yeah, I can't wait to see your IG Reels out there.
Thanks so much, Hani. And we want to thank everyone who took the time to join us today. There's going to be a replay of this video as well. So if you want to, you've got some friends who never got to watch this live, please do share the link and tell them all about this. And also go let them know about our repurpose.io/IG Reels free. And for those who are already part of the repurpose.io family, thank you for always being very supportive. Again, a big shout out to the development team and everyone that is part of the behind the scenes of repurpose.io. Of course, with Hani here and myself, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you again in our next live stream. We're going to have a lot more of these events. We want to, and who knows, you might be in one of these live streams for all you know. We're going to talk about what your business could be, and how you're using repurpose.io to make your business grow. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. Together with Hani, and this is Roy Garcia. Thank you, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone. Keep repurposing those content. Bye.